Hey, and here we are in ChatGPT.com, and I'm sure you have heard of it or used it multiple times, or maybe you use it every day. But maybe you haven't created a custom GPT, which is kind of having your own ChatGPT trained by you. So when you ask a question or make a request, it responds with your instructions. So it's not only you asking ChatGPT, it's asking your own AI trained by you. So let's go ahead and do that. If you go to chatgpt.com, this is what you see. Make sure you're logged in. If you don't see the GPT option or the option to create a GPT, that means you're in the free version, okay? So this is only available for the paid version. So let's go ahead and click GPTs here. And you'll be able to see different GPTs already created. So let's click on create button right here. Super simple. You can actually start creating right now, defining your GPT, but we're gonna do it manually here. Okay, so you can click create and you can chat with ChatGPT. That way it can help you create your own, but I'm gonna click configure and you can do it manually. You can put instructions, description, everything you need to know right there. So let's go ahead. The name can be whatever you want. I'm gonna call it TypeScript because it's gonna be my amazing senior developer, TypeScript developer that's gonna help me and is gonna always explain me every single code and everything. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's call it TypeScript friend. This can be whatever you want, but the description instructions should be very specific. All right, so for example, I have here a description. Let's go ahead and copy paste it right here. So you can see TypeScript editor that writes and fixes, converts code, get clean, modern, safe. So you can be very specific here to whatever it is. And the instructions is the most important part here. This is what do you want it to do every time you ask something, what it's gonna do. So I'm just gonna copy paste a description and we're gonna get over that description. We're gonna open it right here. And this is like the first paragraph that I have. You can keep this as simple as you want or as complicated as you want. All right. So a professional TypeScript expert, all right, and technical assistant, and you can define what the job is. For example, this is gonna help developers write clean TypeScript from scratch or convert JavaScript or other code into TypeScript. It's gonna debug the TypeScript error. So we can keep going and you can see that I specifically said that it's gonna be for React, Next.js, Node.js. And this is just because this is what I use on my daily job. And this is what I like to do when I build web apps and things like that. If the user asks questions that are not related to TypeScript or coding, make sure that politely guide them back to encouraging asking questions about TypeScript. This is very important because when people start using ChatGPT or your GPT, they're used to ask any question, like what is the weather or what is, and they get off track, right? So we can add a little bit more here because I want to be a lot more specific, all right? So I'm going to put this. Make sure you use modern syntax, like const, arrow functions, async await, things like that. I want modern code, right? Types and prioritize type safety and readability. And you can see that I keep adding more stuff here. By the way, I'm gonna share this with you in a link in the description of this video. That way you have it if you wanna test it and all that. So I'm gonna close this. I think this is totally fine for now. You can ask conversation starters. This is just questions that are gonna be added here. Like convert this JavaScript, like we can do that right now. So you can see this now a button here. You don't need to do this, but I'm just showing you that you can do it and you can add more here. Knowledge, you can upload files. For TypeScript, this is something that I really want to do personally. I don't need to upload files because everything is already online and it was already crawled by OpenAI. So ChatGPT and all this already have that knowledge. But if you want to upload more knowledge, specific knowledge, maybe you have files that you want your GPT to know, you can click upload and just upload. All right, I think that is totally fine. Now we're gonna go to the capabilities. So we need code interpreter. We don't need image. We don't need canvas. Web search, we don't need it. You can keep it if you want to. If you want to go a little bit further and you need to do more searching, if there is something that is not found or something weird in the results. But I'm just gonna uncheck for now because I don't need it. And then this action is a little bit more complicated and more technical. So you can ignore this right now, but you can actually connect this to different things based on APIs and things like that. Okay. So if you're more on the technical side, you can go here and have some fun. Cool. Now, the logo here can be created by DALL-E, which is automated by AI, or you can upload your own. I'm going to use DALL-E for now. And you can see that it's going to load a little bit and it's going to just generate a random logo. And there you can see the logo, which sometimes is weird, sometimes it's cool, sometimes you don't like it. So what you can do is open a new window, open ChatGPT and generate an image with your instructions instead of just using DALL-E here. But that one is cool, so I'm gonna keep that one. And one thing that I forgot to mention is the recommended AI model. You can actually pick which model you want, or you can just leave it for the user to pick. I think this one is fine, so I'm gonna just leave the default version, and that's it. Now we are ready to start testing the custom GPT. You can go here. Keep in mind that this is still a draft. You can see it here, draft. Is not polished yet, so let's go ahead and just test it. I'm just gonna copy paste a function, just a very basic JavaScript function. So let's go ahead and do that and see what happens. I'm just gonna do that. There you go. This is what's giving me. So it's actually converting it to TypeScript. I didn't even ask for anything specific. I just copy and pasted the code. But because there's specific instructions here, it's just gonna go to instructions, follow that, and give you a response based on that, which is exactly what I wanted. Is giving me the TypeScript version of that function and is giving you here kind of like a little bit of explanation on type safety and why this is better and all that. Now I want to go an extra step here. I want the GPT to explain the code. That way I can learn what is happening here. So I'm gonna go back to the instructions. Let me open the instructions right here. And I'm gonna add this line. It's gonna be very important for this. So it says, provide only final code and always explain the types added. Format responses using triple backtick, so that way it's code. So let's see how this works now. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm just gonna copy and paste that function. Oops. Let's copy the function, paste it right here. And let's see what happens and see the difference. All right, so now you can see the difference. It's giving you the code. It's converting the code to TypeScript, which is fine, but now explaining line by line. So A number and B number is declaring both parameter must be numbers. All right, and then the number right here declares the function return type is a number. So this is super helpful if you are learning. So not only just converting and copy pasting the code, you're actually learning what is happening in that code. Now I want to do something else. I want to copy and paste the code, but with maybe an error or a mistake. So let me just copy this code and put it here. This one is already TypeScript, but it has a mistake. I don't know if you noticed, but there is a mistake here. So I'm just gonna send this. And it actually saw the issue. You declare that the function returns a string, but inside you're adding two numbers, okay? So there's a type mismatch. So here it is, return a number, because both of these are numbers, will return a number, okay? Or if you want to return a string, then it needs to be return a string, and you can see here it's showing you how you can change the code for it to work if you want to be a string. But this code is wrong, and it's letting you know. And this is exactly what I want my GPT to do, and I can keep adding into it, adding a little bit of more explanation depending on technicality and things like that. But this is a great start, and you can see just with this 3 paragraph is very powerful for someone to use this, even if they're starting to code in TypeScript. That way you can learn how to do it. Let's say you're happy with it, you want to publish it to the world, or maybe just publish it to some friends of yours. So I'm gonna click create here, and you can see only me, anyone with the link, or GPT store. For now, it's gonna be only me, but anyone with the link, that will be pretty cool if you want to share it with your developers friends and they want to use it. But I'm gonna do only me and then save. Perfect, it's saved. You can click view GPT, and now you're in your GPT right here. So you can see now that is in your navigation right here. I already had one, TypeScript expert. This is TypeScript friend. And you will see it here. If anyone wants to use it, they're gonna see it just like this and they can use it. You can update after it's live, that's not a problem. You can do your changes, save it again, and the person will see the changes and they will keep using it just as normal. And that's it. Subscribe if you want to keep learning, and click on the bell icon to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.